Hi there, Leo, Sun, Moon and Rising signs. Welcome to the Celestial Tarot, and today we're going to be doing your September 2018 reading. This is also if you have a lot of prominent Leo, or if, any transits are, importantly or powerfully aspecting the Leo area of your chart, natally. So the way that we're going to do this reading is we're going to have 5 cards on this side, and these are going to represent your energy in September. So your actions, your thoughts, your feelings, your motivations, everything that you're doing and focusing on consciously. Then on this side, we're going to use another tarot deck, and this is going to be your external world. So it's going to be everything that's happening around you, events that happen around you, the way that people behave, maybe how you see them behaving towards you, and even opportunities, results, and things like that come your way. And the reason that I'm doing the reading that way is because it's inspired by the law of attraction, which states that, the universe, the reality that we're living in, it acts as a mirror. And we may be consciously focused on something, and in the external world we get, things that are different, things that prevent us from reaching a goal, or, painful experiences. And that can represent suppressed aspects. So, we might have loads of positive cards on your side and maybe some negative ones on the external world. And that would mean to me that, you're suppressing something, you're not acknowledging something, and so it's manifesting externally. On the other hand, you may focus on negative feelings and they manifest externally. You may focus on positive things and they manifest externally. You may focus on something and then get a result, and that to me suggests that you are focusing on something using a part of your personality that is well integrated, that isn't, suppressed into the shadows, which again indicates that you're in a really good amount of alignment. But we shall see how this pans out for you, Leo, in September. So I like to just pick my cards intuitively whenever I feel ready to pick one. Until then, I just keep on shuffling along. Some people find shuffling cards very relaxing. Some people just find them downright annoying. So, wow, interesting. We get the 8 of Swords. I'm just trying to make sure you can see that. And I'm also trying to avoid this small droplet of water from when I watered my plant. I already got the Knight of Pentacles and the Temperance card wet, so I'm hoping not to get the 8 of Swords wet now. So the 8 of Swords here. This is a card where you have so many options to do something, but you feel like the sheer amount of it causes a bit of confusion and inability to see clearly. Maybe you have so many things to consider that you can't even see, which way to go, what to do. And there's just, I get like a lot of energy that you want to express, but it feels like there's something preventing you. You feel stuck, basically. Maybe you need better perspective. Maybe you need to zoom out from all the details of everything and focus on the bigger picture. So, if there is something where you feel overwhelmed in September, my advice to you, Leo, is maybe the big picture perspective is what is needed to help you get out of this rut. You could be putting a lot on your plate as well, in terms of things to do, plans, things that you want to carry out, ideas that you have, moves that you want to make. So again, that is an issue of priorities, needing to prioritize. And also because, you know, this woman in this card, she's got her blindfold on. It's also saying, you know, on the negative side, it's saying, oh, I need perspective. I can't see clearly amongst all these swords. At the same time, the blindfold can also be a message of advice to say that use your intuition, get in touch with what you feel you need to do. Resolve difficult emotions so that you can see clearly and move clearly. One of the reasons I think that we get into this Eight of Swords position is because maybe we're listening to other voices and looking at what should be done, you know, should in quotations there, when really there are no shoulds, you know. It's all about creating inner alignment, figuring out what you want, moving in that direction. If there's anything you feel like you need to do, it is a case of having resistance to doing that thing. And so we need to resolve here, Leo, in September, you know, our inner resistance to doing anything that is on our to-do list, basically. Figure out why you don't want to do something, how you can make the process easier for yourself, how you can, you know, have all parts of you on board with doing what needs to be done. And then we get the Ace of Cups. So, again, the Ace of Cups in the presence of the Eight of Swords is telling me it could be some kind of creative project, some kind of new start that you want to make where there's just so much to consider and you're finding it difficult to get into the flow. On the other hand, this could be you doing what I just said in my, you know, advice spiel, where you do decide to follow your own heart, your intuition. You decide to create that sense of flow and ease for yourself to help you get out of this sticky situation right here. But again, it could be like so many creative ventures and projects that have you feeling stuck, where you can't decide how to move, how to get into the flow and to begin that thing. It could also be relationship difficulties where you feel stuck in them and, you know, you want to ease that up and maybe get that going. But we shall see how the story unfolds and what on earth this Ace of Cups means for you in the presence of an Eight of Swords card. Another thing that I get is, you know, one part of you feels stuck, one part of you is trying to move forward. And it may be the case that if you want to move forward, there are some things that you need to integrate within you. You recognize difficult feelings, difficult thoughts around this new creation, where you do need to resolve them before you can move forward. You may be trying to balance something out. And I also get the idea of, you know, head versus heart. Maybe you have apprehensive feelings about, you know, or projections about some new thing that you're focusing on, some new thing that comes your way. So then, wow, we get the Nine of Swords. So this Nine of Swords is tons of, you know, worry, anxiety. You have the desire to pursue so many thoughts and intentions, ideas, plans, strategies, or you're trying to figure it out, but there is something that I think it's yourself. I mean, it always is in these cards. It's always your own mind playing tricks on you, you know. All the doubts come up, all the difficult fears that we project. And you know, this Ace of Cups is a new beginning. It's an opening. It's something being offered. But what we tend to do when something is new, because something is new, something new is always often unknown to us. We haven't explored that territory yet. We haven't yet gone down that path. When that happens, we're dealing with the unknown. And the most difficult thing about the unknown is that we project all our doubts from, you know, what we've picked up in our past experience. We project that into the unknown of the new thing that we're pursuing. And that can make us feel stuck. It can make us feel scared, anxious, you know. Doubts come up in our mind. We feel like we've got to work really hard to figure it out. When really, the Ace of Cups is just the Ace of Cups. It isn't any of these swords that you're projecting onto it. It isn't, you know, saying or meaning all these restrictions that you think it might mean. It's just an Ace of Cups at this point in time. And if you try to explore these fears that you have, these difficult projections that you have, examine them, question their validity. Slowly, you know, you'll be able to lift your head up from your hands, you know, turn the light on in that room, lift the blindfold, you know, take off these ropes here, walk forward one step at a time with each sword that you examine thoroughly and, you know, as accurately as you possibly can, as positively as you possibly can. And soon you'll be able to see the reality of the situation, that the Ace of Cups is just that, it's an Ace of Cups. And really, that can be a really positive thing. It doesn't have to be a scary thing or a binding thing, you know. So, you know, I hope that advice is something that really resonates and helps you in September. Because, you know, I know what it's like to be there. I think everybody does. Everybody at some point in their life has had something unknown, had something new, had ideas, wanted to move in a different direction. But whenever that happens, you know, we tend to project so much uncertainty, difficulty, fear, personal doubts, you know. This is you thinking that you can't do it, or, you know, it's going to be too much for you, you don't have what it takes. But you haven't done anything with it yet. It's still the Ace of Cups. You still have immense opportunity to create. And I think also this Ace of Cups is telling you to believe in yourself. Believe in your own creative capacity. This is you really trying to feel in alignment again. Perhaps you've been dealing with difficult emotions and you just want to feel good again. You just want to feel fresh, you know. You want to be able to move with ease, without fears holding you back. But, you know, use that, all this energy that is going into these Nine of Swords here, use that energy in a direction that helps you to eliminate, you know, resolve, take care of, find a solution to every single one of these swords. Use that energy in, you know, a solution-based direction. And remember that you can't control everything, and that doesn't necessarily mean a bad thing. That means that you're free. That means that it's not up to you. One of the quotes that I've mentioned in 2 of the readings now, which I think you'll find extremely helpful, is this quote that says, that all that the universe asks for you is to do what you can with what you have from where you are. That is enough. And anytime, we have a goal, we have a vision, we have something we want to move towards, all that we have to do is take what we have in our immediate environment, take one step forward with that, and the universe will literally begin to align with all our mini baby steps. We just have to take baby steps, and the whole universe shifts around those baby steps. We take one step out, and all of a sudden, the universe has an opportunity to offer all this Ace of Cups to us because we took one step forward. And that is literally all you need to do. You don't have to get so stuck in your head about it, figuring things out. Use your head where it is needed, and in the same spirit of the baby step method, using your head in that way can help you to stop feeling overwhelmed and completely just stuck because of it. Instead, you can use it to also free yourself from your own mind. Use your mind to free yourself from your own mind. And that can be such an invaluable, lesson that you learn, that you can take with you wherever you go, whenever in the future you experience worries or fears that you project into some new unknown situation. If you figure this out now, for the future, you're going to have a hell of a lot of an easier time dealing with fears of the unknown, with overwhelm, with mind games, that your mind puts up in your view. And then we get the Emperor. Major Arcana card right there. So the Emperor is telling me one of the things that I should mention is the Emperor is of course the Aries card, which is associated with the symbolism of the ram, which is basically a symbolism of the head. You know how you have different signs of the zodiac associated with different areas of the body. Leo is associated with the heart, for example. Pisces is associated with the feet. The Emperor is associated with the head. This could definitely, it just epitomizes this idea of, really trying to get your head on board, your thinking mind, trying to get control again. And the Emperor, he is in control, He is the cardinal fire sign, Aries. He's visionary. He has a vision and he's going to go for it. And I think that's one of the messages here is perhaps you let go of all this intellectual trickery and instead you use your mind to hold vision, like the Ace of Cups right here. Instead of using the mind, to play word games in your head, you use the mind to create mental images that are positive, that resonate, that get you inspired and passionate and back into the flow again, back into feeling like you have authority again. The Emperor is also very experienced. That is why he feels so authoritative. So this could be you seeking experience with something, gaining experience by going through this process that soon has you feeling like you've mastered it, like you own it, like you know exactly what to do, so that you feel, that single-pointed vision and movement. You reduce all those swords right there. 8 plus 9 swords. I think that's 17 swords right there. You reduce all those swords down to one. Perfect, in alignment, single-pointed, focused sword, and that helps you to sit in your throne as the Emperor with your vision, to follow that Ace of Cups feeling and to get in touch with it again. to feel like you've mastered issues of the mind, of the head, of direction. And finally, that results in the Sun card. Intense amounts of positivity, optimism, drive, motivation, clarity. That is the most important, meaning to glean from the Sun card for this reading specifically, is the immense amount of clarity, shining the light on everything that was once dark, obscure, confusing, debilitating. You shine the light on it, and it resonates, and you feel passionate again, you feel back in touch with your heart again, you feel mastery, you feel the recognition, you recognize your own self in a whole new light because you've gone through this experience and you've dealt with it in September, and then you come out on top and you're feeling on top of the world. You feel like you have so much energy again, radiance, you feel powerful, you feel motivated. So that is such an amazing story right there, such an amazing journey. If it is a journey, who knows, this could all be going on at the same time. But because on your side of things, we have what you're consciously focused on, I get the sense that you go through this difficulty, but then you integrate it, and then you come out on top and you're feeling great about it because you don't deny it. If you were suppressing these sword cards, these difficult feelings, this would all be a positive reading, and they'd probably show up in the external environment. But because the difficult stuff has showed up on your side, it shows that you are giving your difficult thoughts and feelings due attention. Your concerns, your worries, you're not just hiding them under the rug, denying them, suppressing them. You're taking time to work with them, figure them out, and because of that, you come out on top and you feel great once again. So, and the Sun card, that's your card. That's you coming back into your element. So that is some fantastic energy right there. And now we're going to see what the story is in September for your external environment. Everything that's going on around you at this time, the events, the people, the words, the circumstances, the outcomes, the results. So I'm really rooting for you this month, Leo. I hope, that everything works out and you learn from this experience and come out stronger and more radiant than ever, more courageous than ever, more, visionary than you've ever been. Cheers to that. With my Lisa Parker tarot deck. So, external environment, we get, wow, the Chariot. So the Chariot, this card, Major Arcana, is related to the archetype of Cancer, and it is all about scavenging, the environment for resources, getting everything together that needs to be gotten, traveling through rough terrain with everything that you have. And this could be a situation that demands you to take care of it. This could be what you're worried about. This could be what you are feeling overwhelmed by. There is some kind of situation in September where you have to gather all the resources, where you have to deal with this mess, if it is a mess. Something that needs your attention, something that needs your discernment. And that means, maybe even putting aside your own needs for a while and having to deal with that, balance all the swords. But let's see how the Chariot unfolds as we go along. The Chariot could also be an outcome card, where a decision is made about you, because the Chariot is all about discernment. In this tarot deck, the Chariot is depicted as a unicorn with a horn, and this horn could have the same symbolism or meaning as, you know, intuition and finding your way and finding everything that needs to be gotten in order to nurture oneself. But it can also be discernment. It can be the symbolism of that discernment that is prominent and noticeable in the original tarot deck, the Rider-Waite. And it could be that some decision as an outcome is made about you, or something that you do that has you. It could either relate to these sword energies where you're worried because of the decision that is made. It could also relate to the Ace of Cups where you're feeling optimistic because some kind of decision is made that is in alignment with what is nurturing, comforting, personally required for you. And so you feel really, you know, positive about that. But perhaps this terrain is something that you've never traversed before, and that is why you're stuck in your head about it. And maybe over time, you know, in September, you will begin to traverse that rough chariot terrain, you know, trying to bring all yourselves with you, finding that comfort during that journey, and then you come out as the Emperor and the Sun card. So I'm really feeling positive that you have what it takes, Leo, to traverse, you know, whatever terrain it is that you have to in September. And, you know, in the Eight of Swords card, we see this rough terrain right here. It seems like a barren wasteland. There's hardly any water there, no flowers. But you might be the one who waters that terrain with the Ace of Cups, who provides the sun and causes the flowers to grow. And the sun is a massive, you know, creativity card, the ultimate source of all the energy that creates on this earth. You may find that power within you in September. And then we get the Six of Pentacles. So the Six of Pentacles is a wonderful card. The Six of Pentacles is all about receiving in abundance. It's all about the cycles of abundance that we go through, and, you know, we give and we receive. And maybe you are worried about how much you are giving, and you're worried if you are going to receive. You know, you're focused on this Ace of Cups. Will I receive? Will I receive exactly what I need? And you're in your head about it, but through all this creative energy, through all this hope and, you know, willingness to traverse the difficult territory, I think you will receive some wonderful results. Something that helps you to feel grounded, to feel comfort, to feel stable, to feel like there is plenty of support, plenty of help. And in that sense, it then motivates you to once again feel like the Emperor, feel like the Sun card. And I think, you know, in September you are really looking to feel grounded, and maybe an opportunity comes your way to do just that, which then helps you to go back into your element, to feel good again. And then we get the Five of Pentacles. So this could definitely be the thing that is motivating you to find comfort and stability, to wonder if you'll ever receive, the challenge that you could be putting up with. This is also related to Mercury, dealing with difficult thoughts, you know, having to strategize in order to figure out how to get grounded, to manifest something physically. It's something that you're getting stuck in your head about, and Mercury is not comfortable in the realm of Earth because Mercury's always, fast acting in his head, he's savvy with his mind, but is that enough when you're dealing with such real, tangible issues that need the air energy to transform into physical energy? I think that's the thing that you are finding difficult. But as we can see with the Six of Pentacles and the Chariot, you could receive help. You manifest. You end up manifesting what you need to, perhaps as a result of dealing and integrating with these sword energies to then manifest what you needed physically, which was anchoring, stability, support, nurturing. And it helps to bring you back to life once again. But it is a bit of a test. It is a bit difficult. It requires a lot of, getting out of one's head in order to deal with the here and now, touch and see kind of issues. And I think you will get out of your head about it and use your head in positive ways rather than in debilitating ways. Then the fourth card, Six of Swords. Fantastic. This Six of Swords energy is about finding success by moving away from a situation. In your external environment, this could be a person who helps you to get better perspective as an outcome. It could be that something gets resolved, some kind of mental issue that you were worried about, it gets resolved in your external world. This is my chess moves card, and some kind of move gets made, some kind of plan gets put into place that helps to resolve a difficult issue and helps everyone to move forward, and particularly you, helps you to move forward, helps you to feel like you are ruling the realms once again, you're able to move forward. Could also be you, connecting to the bigger picture. Some kind of information comes in, some kind of network of support, some kind of idea, information, plan comes into view to help you to connect the dots, to see what needs to be done, to figure something out, to give you the success that you need to finally resolve any difficult issues. So, don't worry about it, Leo. The universe has got your back. And, a lot of people say, the universe always has your back. It cannot be against you because we are all one. And sometimes that is difficult to believe, especially when we're going through difficulties or discomfort. But just having the faith that that is true can only manifest and mirror more of that truth or that faith. But I see the Emperor as somebody having a bigger vision, moving beyond, the minutiae, the small details of a situation, moving beyond that with a bigger vision, and then that is exactly also connected to the Six of Swords energy. So, expanding the view of the horizons that you're looking at with regards to an issue or figuring something out. That should be some energy that really helps you this month. And if you're focused on the big picture, then with the Six of Swords, the big picture comes into view. It shows itself up to you, the solutions to the Five of Pentacles energy. So, final card for Leo, September 2018, your external environment, we get Beautiful. We get the Nine of Pentacles, and this is you just reveling in your own luxury, in your own abundance, feeling really good about your surroundings. I think your environment is really going to transform to feel really good. You know, this could be your own home, this could be your own manifestations of abundance, this could be luxury, you know, being offered up to you. The day-to-day beginning to feel easier again. Somebody who has the resources, the tools, you know, the actions that could also help you. But more than that, I definitely see it as just you in your own environment. You feeling really good in your own skin, feeling really happy with everything that you're surrounded by after you've figured it out. And it doesn't get better than that, you know? So, I really hope that despite anything uncomfortable, you're able to see, Leo, how you have exactly what you need. You have exactly what it takes to completely transform this around, and I see you as really doing that, bringing that energy with you in September, and then just coming out on top, really making it work for yourself, you know, making the best out of a really crappy situation. And I'd really like to know, you know, what these external manifestations are. You know, do you find the Six of Swords in September? Let me know what that Six of Swords means for you. Tell me, you know, let me know what the outcome is, you know, by the end of September in the comments, how you dealt with this Swords energy right here, what this Ace of Cups is that, you know, maybe had you feeling a bit uneasy. Do share with us your journey in the comments if you can. I hope you enjoyed that reading as much as you possibly could, given everything that's going on in there, and that I see you in October. So thank you so much, Leo.